Hi, everybody. This is your friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back again for another article discussion. Yes, another article discussion from our friend Screen Rant. Okay, from our friend Screen Rant, we're going to be talking about Iron Man. Yes, Iron Man. But we're actually talking about the Endgame director was wrong. Yes, the Endgame director was wrong about Iron Man's death. It was his ego. Okay, so director Joe Russo explains why Iron Man's death in Endgame is compelling. It was because of his ego. He played a part of his sacrifice. Now, the co director Joe Russo has reasoning as to why Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., had sacrificed himself in Endgame is wrong. Yes, it's wrong. At the third anniversary of the culminating film approaching, fans are once again revisiting the 2019 movie, even as the MCU moves forward with Phase 4. Endgame was packed with a lot of moving elements, aside from resolving the cliffhanger ending with Infinity War. It also functions as a swan song for several original Avengers members, Tony Stark, who died sacrificing for the greater good. Ever since kicking off the MCU in 2008, Iron Man has been the poster boy of the franchise until his demise from Endgame. His death has further emphasized and justified the end of the Infinity Saga. It's just as meant that the franchise would have to move forward without his leading character. Again, the decade since he took on a new calling to be a superhero, Stark ended his arc by giving up his life to defeat Thanos. When asked why the ultimate sacrifice had been executed by Iron Man and not Captain America, Russo had explained that because it is more impactful to see the more notoriously egotistical character like Iron Man be the one that traditionally dies. So there are some issues, however, with the filmmaker's reasoning. For starters, Stark had time and again proved that he was willing to die for the greater cause, implying he is able to put his ego aside. Now, in Avengers, he's willingly flew through the wormhole to stop more of the Chitauri from coming in. He also is willing to do the same in Infinity War. It's not been since Doctor Strange giving up the Time Stone, because Thanos would have killed him. Now, that being said, knowing Stark is also inaccurate to assume that he is totally disregarding with his ego. Now, at the very least, it could be motivating him to execute the sacrifice play in Endgame. He wanted to prove the second chance he got at a life after his abduction in Afghanistan wasn't wasted. Again, presumably he's found to be satisfaction knowing that he is the one who ultimately defeated the Mad Titan years before being tortured by this idea of him. Now, fans knew that long before Thanos was established threat in MCU, Stark already knew he was coming. He may not have his goal specifically, but Iron Man was anticipating Loki attack in Avengers wasn't the only one-time thing. Well, though the god of mischief was ultimately defeated, the hero was aware of the bigger threat to destruction of the Earth, which has led him to some questionable decisions on the including the more moved established to a suit of armor around the world in an effort to safeguard it. Even when Thanos had already won in Infinity War, Stark was still on the ground, because hence why he created the rescue suit for Pepper Potts, Gwyneth Paltrow. Now, even as the universe settled down, Iron Man was still keeping eyes on the new threat. Again, he somehow convinced that he was only one who can defeat whatever it was ultimately goes back to his ego. Now, regardless of Stark's motivation and the Russo brothers' intentions, this was why he capped off his story without denying the emotional impact of his death in Endgame. Without him, the MCU feels and looks different, as it's been the franchise's central character through the Infinity Saga. Tragic as it was, Iron Man death was imperative to preserve the quality of Marvel Studios' storytelling and the universe's sustainability. Okay, okay, guys. So let me know your thoughts about that. Let me know your thoughts about that. Please let this sink in. Please let this sink in. And again, I'm gonna probably be posting some more at some point today or some point tonight. I don't know yet. But yeah, again, I'll see you guys later. Bye.